Ladies and gentlemen, friends and seekers of destiny, I want to share with you something profound today. Many of us desire to see change in our lives. We long for transformation, but so often that change feels distant, like an unreachable goal. But I stand before you today to tell you transformation is not as far away as you think. In fact, it can happen in as little as 1 week if you are willing to embrace the right habits. Purpose is the cornerstone of any life that seeks to make an impact. Without it, you are like a ship without a rudder, drifting wherever the current takes you, but never reaching a specific destination. Purpose is not just a lofty idea, it is the engine that drives all meaningful action. It defines your reason for waking up each morning, and it gives clarity to every step you take. To build purpose-driven habits, the first thing you must understand is that purpose is not something you discover by accident. Purpose is revealed through intentional thought, reflection, and connection with your inner vision. It is the blueprint for your life, and until you know that blueprint, your efforts will always be scattered. So if you are to change your life in a week, the very first habit to cultivate is to start your days by aligning with your purpose. How do you do that? You must begin by asking yourself profound and intentional questions. Why am I here? What am I trying to accomplish? How does today fit into the bigger picture of my life's vision? Without these questions, you will fall into the trap of busyness without productivity, motion without progress. Each day becomes a means to an end, but without understanding that end, your actions are fruitless. The next step is to ensure that your habits are in harmony with that purpose. It's not enough to set goals. Those goals must be tied to your ultimate reason for living. For example, if your purpose is to become a leader in your community, your daily habits should reflect the development of leadership qualities, discipline, communication, empathy, and integrity. If your purpose is tied to building a successful business, then your daily actions should involve learning, networking, strategizing, and refining your craft. Habits disconnected from purpose are like seeds planted in dry soil. They may sprout for a moment, but they will not endure. Purpose-driven habits also require you to avoid distractions. In today's world, distractions come in many forms: social media, meaningless conversations, endless entertainment. These distractions steal time from your purpose and dilute your energy. When you have clarity of purpose, your habits become laser-focused. You are not drawn to every passing fad because you know what truly matters. Furthermore, purpose-driven habits give you the ability to persevere through challenges. When you are clear about your why, no obstacle can stand in your way. Adversity becomes fuel for growth because your purpose drives you forward even when the road is difficult. You are not swayed by temporary setbacks because your vision is fixed on the bigger picture. But purpose is not only about the end goal, it also transforms the journey. When your habits are driven by purpose, you find meaning in the process. Each day becomes significant because you know that every small action, every step you take is building towards something greater than yourself. Discipline is the key that unlocks the door to any form of success. Without it, potential remains dormant, dreams unfulfilled, and goals distant. Discipline is more than just the ability to do what needs to be done. It is the strength to do it consistently, day in and day out, regardless of emotions, circumstances, or distractions. It's the silent force working behind the scenes, transforming intention into achievement and converting vision into reality. Consistency is where many fall short. It is easy to feel motivated for a day or even a week, but true transformation happens over time, and only discipline can sustain that momentum. The habit of consistent discipline means showing up each day and performing the necessary actions, even when the excitement has worn off, even when the results aren't immediate. It's easy to act when you're inspired, but the true test of discipline is in those moments when you feel uninspired, tired, or when the work ahead feels daunting. You see, discipline is not about the grand gestures, it's about mastering the small, seemingly insignificant actions that over time create massive results. Think of a river cutting through rock, not because of its power, but because of its persistence. In the same way, consistent discipline, applied to even the smallest tasks, gradually shapes and molds your life into something remarkable. It's in the routine, the everyday commitments, that the foundation of success is laid. The power of consistent discipline lies in its ability to compound over time. One workout doesn't get you in shape, but a routine followed over months or years will transform your body. One healthy meal doesn't change your life, but repeated day after day, it will. 1 hour of focused work doesn't bring mastery, but dedicating that hour every day will lead to expertise. This is the principle of compounding. The small, disciplined actions you take daily accumulate and produce results far beyond what a single, intense effort could ever achieve. Many people fail to realize that discipline is a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. At first, maintaining consistent discipline may feel difficult, especially if you've spent years allowing distractions and procrastination to take the lead in your life. But like any muscle, the more you use it, the more natural and automatic it becomes. You build resilience by pushing through those moments of discomfort and resistance. Over time, what once felt hard becomes a habit, and what was once a struggle becomes second nature. One of the most important aspects of discipline is recognizing that it isn't dependent on your feelings. Feelings are fleeting, they change with the wind, influenced by external factors, moods, or circumstances. Discipline, on the other hand, is steadfast. It requires you to act even when you don't feel like it. It's the ability to rise early for that workout, even when your body craves more sleep. It's the decision to put in extra hours of study or work when others are resting or relaxing. It's the commitment to stick to your goals, no matter the temptation to give up or take an easier path. Discipline also teaches you the value of delayed gratification. We live in a world that constantly promotes instant rewards, fast food, quick fixes, easy money. But discipline understands that true success, the kind that lasts, is built over time. The fruits of discipline are not always immediate, but they are enduring. Discipline trains your mind to focus on long-term goals rather than short-term pleasures. It teaches you to sacrifice now for something greater later. Furthermore, discipline is closely tied to self-respect. When you set goals and follow through with disciplined actions, you build trust in yourself. Each time you keep a promise to yourself, whether it's waking up early, sticking to your study schedule, or completing a task, you reinforce the belief that you are capable of achieving what you set out to do. This self-trust is foundational to success. Conversely, when you break promises to yourself, you weaken your confidence and create a pattern of inconsistency. That's why consistent discipline is so important. It shapes not only your habits, but your very identity. Consistent discipline also creates structure and stability in your life. When you practice disciplined actions, your life becomes more predictable and controlled. You set standards for yourself and create a framework within which you operate. This structure protects you from the chaos of indecision and distraction. You no longer waste time wondering if you should do something, because the decision has already been made by your discipline. It eliminates the need to rely on willpower or motivation, which can be unreliable. Instead, you lean on the habits you've built through discipline, which act as a roadmap guiding you toward your goals. Moreover, discipline isn't just about doing more, it's about doing what's most important consistently. You see, discipline helps you prioritize. It forces you to choose between what's urgent and what's essential, between what's immediate and what's lasting. In a world filled with endless distractions and demands on your time, discipline narrows your focus. It helps you cut through the noise and stay locked in on what truly matters. You begin to recognize that saying yes to disciplined habits often means saying no to things that don't serve your long-term vision. This kind of focus is a powerful tool for success. But perhaps the most powerful aspect of consistent discipline is its ability to shape your character. You become what you repeatedly do. Over time, discipline doesn't just change your actions, it changes you. It molds you into a person of integrity, someone who is dependable, resilient, and committed. When you practice discipline consistently, you cultivate a mindset that thrives on perseverance. You learn to embrace challenges rather than shy away from them, because you know that every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger. The mind is the battleground where victory or defeat is first determined. Every change you seek in your life must begin with a change in your mind. Without renewing your mind, you will always revert to the old patterns, limiting beliefs, and destructive thoughts that have held you back. Renewal of the mind is not just a one-time event, it is an ongoing, daily process, a habit that you must cultivate with intention. As the mind goes, so goes your life. Therefore, the habit of consistently renewing your mind is essential if you want to see lasting transformation. At its core, renewing the mind means replacing old, ineffective ways of thinking with new, empowered perspectives. It's not just about thinking positively, it's about aligning your thoughts with truth, wisdom, and possibility. Far too many people remain trapped in lives of mediocrity, because their minds are governed by limiting beliefs that say, I'm not enough, I don't have what it takes, or this is as good as it gets. But these are lies. The mind has the ability to shape reality, and if you are to change your life in any meaningful way, you must first transform your inner dialogue. The first step in renewing your mind is becoming aware of your current thought patterns. You must take an honest inventory of the thoughts that dominate your mind each day. What are you telling yourself about your potential, your worth, your abilities, and your future? Thoughts are like seeds, they will produce fruit, either good or bad. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity, you will reap a harvest of failure, anxiety, and stagnation. On the other hand, if you plant seeds of hope, vision, and determination, you will produce a life of progress, fulfillment, and success. You cannot sow one type of thought and expect a different outcome in your life. Renewing the mind requires vigilance because the human mind is prone to wander. Left unchecked, it will often drift toward negativity, self-doubt, and fear. The default mode of many minds is one of worry, anxiety, and defeat. But you have the power to change that. It starts with taking control of your inner environment. Just as you would tend a garden by pulling out weeds, you must pull out the thoughts that do not serve your growth. This is not a passive process, it's an active, ongoing effort that requires mindfulness and intentionality. Once you identify the toxic thoughts that have been hindering you, the next step is to replace them with new, empowering ones. This is the true essence of renewing the mind, not just eliminating negative thoughts, but replacing them with higher thoughts. Thoughts that lift you, thoughts that align with the best version of yourself. For example, where you once thought, I'm not capable, you now affirm, I am more than capable, and I am equipped for the challenges ahead. Where you once saw failure as final, you now view it as feedback, as a stepping stone to greater success. This shift in thinking changes everything. Renewing the mind also means guarding it against the influences that seek to undermine your growth. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded with messages that promote fear, inadequacy, and a scarcity mindset. The news, social media, and even well-meaning people can feed your mind with doubt and negativity if you are not careful. Part of renewing your mind is being selective about what you allow into your consciousness. You must filter out the voices and messages that contradict the life you are trying to build. Just as you wouldn't allow garbage into your home, you must refuse to allow mental garbage into your mind. One of the most effective ways to renew the mind is through daily affirmations and declarations. Words have power. What you say to yourself repeatedly becomes a reality. When you speak positive, life-affirming words over yourself, your mind begins to shift. Daily declarations such as "I am strong," "I am resilient," "I am capable of achieving greatness" can rewire your mind to believe in possibilities rather than limitations. These affirmations are not just empty words, they are tools that help reshape your inner belief system. As you repeat them consistently, they begin to overwrite the negative programming that has held you back for so long. Another powerful tool for renewing the mind is visualization. The mind responds to imagery, and when you intentionally visualize the life you want to create, you are training your brain to move toward that vision. The habit of visualizing your future in vivid detail activates the creative power of your mind. It gives your mind a target, a direction. When you see yourself succeeding, thriving, and overcoming obstacles, you build a mental blueprint for that reality. Over time, your thoughts, actions, and habits will begin to align with that mental picture. Renewing the mind also involves adopting a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities, talents, and intelligence are not fixed, but can be developed over time with effort, learning, and persistence. This mindset stands in stark contrast to a fixed mindset, which assumes that you are born with certain limitations and must operate within them. When you renew your mind with a growth-oriented perspective, challenges become opportunities and failure becomes a teacher. You no longer see setbacks as the end, but as a necessary part of the journey toward mastery and excellence. An often overlooked aspect of renewing the mind is the role of gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have. It is a powerful antidote to fear, doubt, and negativity. When you practice gratitude daily, you train your mind to look for the good in every situation. This not only elevates your mood, but also rewires your brain to notice opportunities and blessings that you might have otherwise overlooked. Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most transformative habits you can cultivate in the process of renewing your mind. Meditation and mindfulness are also essential practices for renewing the mind. In a world full of noise and distractions, the ability to quiet your mind and focus inward is invaluable. Meditation allows you to slow down, observe your thoughts, and gain clarity. It helps you detach from the constant mental chatter and gives you the space to reflect on what truly matters. Mindfulness, on the other hand, trains you to live in the present moment, free from the anxiety of the future or the regrets of the past. Both practices help you develop greater control over your thoughts and emotions, which is crucial for the ongoing renewal of the mind. The process of renewing the mind is not just about personal development, it is about empowerment. When you renew your mind, you regain control over your life. You no longer live as a victim of circumstance, reacting to whatever life throws at you. Instead, you become proactive, intentional, and purposeful. You realize that you have the power to shape your reality through the thoughts you choose to entertain. This shift in thinking leads to a shift in every area of your life, your relationships, your career, your health, and your overall sense of fulfillment. Another important aspect of renewing the mind is self-compassion. Many people are harsh and critical of themselves, which only reinforces negative thought patterns. Part of renewing your mind is learning to be kind to yourself, to forgive yourself for past mistakes, and to encourage yourself as you grow. Self-compassion allows you to approach challenges with a healthier mindset, one that is rooted in patience and self-respect rather than self-judgment. When you speak to yourself with compassion, you create an internal environment that is conducive to growth and transformation. Finally, renewing the mind requires consistency. It is not enough to engage in positive thinking sporadically or occasionally. The renewal of the mind must be a daily practice, a habit that you commit to regardless of how you feel. Just as you feed your body with food, you must feed your mind with positive, uplifting, and empowering thoughts each day. You must make a conscious decision every morning to set the tone for your day by choosing what thoughts you will focus on. Without consistency, the mind will naturally revert to old patterns, and the process of renewal will be incomplete. Alignment of habits with destiny is one of the most profound principles for achieving true fulfillment and success in life. Destiny, in this context, refers to the unique path and purpose that each person is meant to walk a path that leads to the realization of their highest potential. However, destiny is not something that just happens by chance or fate. It is something that must be cultivated through intentional daily choices. The habits you form today will either lead you closer to your destiny or further away from it. Therefore, aligning your habits with your destiny is essential for living a life of meaning, impact, and fulfillment. To align your habits with your destiny, you must first have clarity on what that destiny is. Many people go through life without ever truly understanding their purpose, and as a result, their habits are random, inconsistent, and disconnected from any higher calling. But when you have a clear vision of your destiny, your habits can be intentionally shaped to support that vision. Just as an architect designs a blueprint before building, you must first envision where you're going before you can create habits that will lead you there. The alignment of habits with destiny begins with self-awareness. You must take time to reflect on who you are, what your strengths are, and what you are passionate about. Destiny is not something external that you must chase. It is something that already exists within you, waiting to be discovered and cultivated. Your habits then must reflect your inner truth, your talents, values, and aspirations. When your habits are aligned with who you truly are, they no longer feel forced or burdensome. Instead, they flow naturally from your sense of purpose, fueling your journey toward your ultimate calling. A key element of aligning your habits with destiny is understanding that not all habits are created equal. Some habits may bring immediate gratification but do little to serve your long-term goals. Others may require sacrifice in the short term but will yield lasting results. For example, the habit of procrastination may offer temporary comfort, but it keeps you stuck in mediocrity. On the other hand, the habit of discipline, though challenging in the moment, will propel you toward excellence and success. When you are aligned with your destiny, you learn to prioritize habits that may not always be easy, but are necessary for achieving the future you envision. It is also important to recognize that alignment with destiny is not just about what you do, but how you do it. Your habits should not only be productive, but also intentional. Going through the motions without mindfulness can lead to burnout or misalignment with your purpose. Every action, no matter how small, should be done with the awareness that it is contributing to a greater vision. Whether it's waking up early, exercising, or dedicating time to your craft, each habit becomes an integral part of the larger journey. When your actions are aligned with your destiny, even the most mundane tasks take on a new sense of significance. Another crucial aspect of aligning your habits with destiny is consistency. Destiny is not fulfilled in a single moment, but through a series of consistent actions over time. It is easy to be excited about a goal or vision for a few days, but true alignment requires long-term commitment. This is where habits come into play. By developing habits that align with your destiny, you create a foundation that will sustain you over the long haul. Consistency builds momentum, and momentum carries you forward, even during times when motivation wanes or challenges arise. When your habits are aligned with your destiny, they become the fuel that keeps you moving toward your goals, even when the journey becomes difficult. Moreover, habits aligned with destiny help you stay focused on what truly matters. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get distracted by things that seem urgent but are not truly important. Many people spend their time reacting to external demands or chasing after short-term goals that have little to do with their ultimate purpose. But when your habits are aligned with your destiny, you are able to filter out distractions and stay focused on the bigger picture. You understand that not every opportunity is worth pursuing, and not every task deserves your attention. Your habits become a compass that guides you toward the actions that will have the greatest impact on your long-term success. Another benefit of aligning your habits with destiny is that it cultivates resilience. The journey toward fulfilling your destiny will inevitably come with challenges, setbacks, and obstacles. But when your habits are in alignment with your higher purpose, you are better equipped to persevere through those difficult times. You know that the challenges are part of the process, and because your habits are rooted in purpose, you have the strength to keep going. Habits that align with destiny not only help you achieve external success, but also build the internal fortitude needed to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and determination. It's also worth noting that habits aligned with destiny promote personal growth and self-mastery. As you pursue your destiny, you will be called to stretch beyond your comfort zone, develop new skills, and cultivate deeper levels of character and wisdom. The habits you form along the way are the tools that will help you grow into the person you need to become in order to fulfill your destiny. Whether it's the habit of lifelong learning, daily reflection, or regular practice of your craft, these habits shape you into the version of yourself that is capable of achieving the vision you have set for your life. In the process of aligning your habits with your destiny, you must also be willing to let go of habits that no longer serve you. This can be one of the most challenging parts of the journey, as it requires you to confront behaviors that may have been comfortable or familiar but are ultimately holding you back. Whether it's a habit of negative thinking, unhealthy lifestyle choices, or procrastination, you must be willing to release anything that is misaligned with your destiny. This act of letting go creates space for new, more empowering habits to take root. Furthermore, aligning your habits with destiny requires a deep level of accountability. It's easy to drift off course when there is no one to hold you accountable. That's why it's important to surround yourself with people who support your vision and encourage your growth. Whether it's a mentor, a coach, or a supportive community, having accountability partners helps ensure that your habits remain aligned with your long-term goals. They can offer guidance, encouragement, and constructive feedback when needed, helping you stay on track and avoid complacency. Lastly, the alignment of habits with destiny fosters a sense of fulfillment and peace. When you are living in alignment with your higher purpose, there is a sense of satisfaction that comes from knowing you are on the right path. Your daily actions are no longer random or disconnected. They are part of a larger, meaningful journey. This sense of alignment brings a deep sense of inner peace, as you know that every step you take is leading you closer to the life you were meant to live. Even when the road is difficult, the knowledge that your habits are aligned with your destiny gives you the confidence to keep moving forward. In conclusion, the power to change your life lies in your daily habits. By adopting purpose-driven habits, practicing consistent discipline, renewing your mind, and aligning your habits with your destiny, you can create a profound transformation in just 1 week. These habits are not about quick fixes or temporary results. They are about building a foundation for lasting change and fulfillment. Each step you take in this journey strengthens your ability to shape your future. Remember, success is not an event, but a process, a series of small, intentional actions that, when compounded over time, lead to extraordinary outcomes. By aligning your habits with your higher purpose, you move closer to your destiny, realizing the full potential